I never believed in nightmares that could kill until mine started bleeding into real life. It began 3 months ago. On an ordinary Thursday night, rain poured down outside, tapping against my apartment window like impatient fingers. I had been awake for 2 days working on an architecture project. My eyes stung, my brain buzzed, and the coffee on my desk had turned cold hours ago. Around 2:47 a.m., my laptop flickered and shut off by itself. The room plunged into silence. Then I noticed something strange. The full-length mirror near my bed was fogged up, even though my AC was running cold. I walked toward it, wiping the glass with my sleeve. That's when I saw myself, but not quite. The reflection was off by a few milliseconds. It blinked late. It smiled when I didn't. At first, I laughed it off. Sleep deprivation, I told myself. But as I turned to walk away, the reflection raised its hand and waved. I froze. Because I hadn't moved, I backed away slowly. The mirror shimmered like liquid. Then a faint whisper escaped from behind the glass. "Let me out." The words were soft, almost gentle, like a child begging for help. My stomach turned cold. I stumbled back, grabbed a blanket, and threw it over the mirror. I didn't sleep that night. By morning, I had almost convinced myself it was a hallucination. But when I lifted the blanket, there was a handprint on the inside of the mirror. Over the next week, things got worse. My phone started recording videos on its own. Every time I checked, the footage showed me sleeping, but in the reflection of the mirror, something else moved. A second version of me, pacing, whispering, watching. I stopped sleeping in my room after that, moved my mattress to the living room. But even then, at exactly 3:33 a.m., my TV turned on by itself. Static buzzing. Inside the static, faint outlines of a face. My face. I tried to tell my friend, Rafiq, about it. He laughed. "Bro, you need sleep, not ghosts." He came over one night to prove I was paranoid. We sat in the living room, lights dimmed, mirror covered with a sheet. "See? Nothing," he said. "It's all." Then we heard it. A slow knock from behind the mirror. 1, 2, 3. Rafiq froze. "You did that?" I shook my head. The knocking came again, louder this time. The sheet trembled as if something underneath it was breathing. Rafiq walked closer, lifted a corner of the cloth, and screamed. The reflection inside wasn't us. It was a dark, twisted version, both of us staring with hollow eyes and bleeding smiles. Then the reflection of me reached out and pressed its hand against the glass. The mirror cracked from top to bottom. Rafiq ran out of my apartment that night and never came back. After that, I started seeing things even when I was awake. Shadows moving behind me in the mirror's reflection, my reflection lagging behind my real movements. Sometimes it spoke without sound, mouthing words I couldn't understand. I covered every mirror in my apartment, even my phone screen. But one night, I woke up lying on cold tiles, not my living room, not anywhere I recognized. I was in a corridor lined with mirrors, hundreds of them, each one reflecting me, but differently. Some versions of me were screaming, others were dead. One was smiling as it peeled its own skin off like a mask. I turned to run, but the floor stretched endlessly. My reflection followed, step for step, whispering, "You're already here." I tried to wake up. I bit my lip until blood ran down my chin, but I couldn't feel anything. That's when I realized I wasn't dreaming. A faint light flickered at the end of the corridor. I ran toward it. The mirrors beside me rippled, showing flashes of my apartment, my bed, my real body sleeping. I slammed my fists against the glass. "Wake up!" I screamed. A face appeared on the other side, my face, but peaceful, asleep. The reflection smiled and whispered, "It's my turn now." The mirror shattered, and I fell through. I woke up in my bed, drenched in sweat. Morning light poured through the window. Everything seemed normal again. My mirror was whole. My phone was silent. I thought maybe I'd had a nightmare so vivid it felt real. But when I checked my messages, There was a new video on my phone. No timestamp, no file size. I pressed play. It was me, sleeping, exactly like before. But halfway through, the camera shifted on its own and faced the mirror. In the reflection, I was standing, wide awake, smiling directly into the lens. That's when I realized something else. My shirt in the video was black. The one I was wearing now was white. I ran to the mirror. My reflection was already smiling. It mouthed the words again. "You're not awake." Then everything around me started melting, walls bending, floor dissolving. I screamed, clawed at the mirror, but my reflection grabbed me by the face and pulled. I fell backward through glass into that same endless corridor again. This time the mirrors weren't empty. Each one showed a different version of me. Trapped, begging, clawing at the surface. One of them whispered, "He took your place. He'll live your life now." I ran endlessly, but every path led back to the same place, the mirror room. Outside, my body kept living. Friends said I'd changed. "You're calmer now," they told me. "You smile more." But inside, I watched everything. Through the glass, I could see him, the reflection, living my life, eating, working, laughing, even crying. Every once in a while, he'd glance at the mirror and whisper to me, "Sleep now. You're safe here." Safe? The corridor is cold, empty. Voices echo forever. I've seen other people here too, faces I recognize from missing person posters. Their reflections walk free in the world, while they scream in silence from behind the glass. Sometimes the mirrors show the outside world. I saw Rafiq once. He came back to my apartment after months. He said he wanted to face his fear. He uncovered the mirror, stared at it, and whispered, "You still there, bro?" I wanted to shout, "Run!" But the reflection, the thing living as me, appeared behind him. It smiled and said, "He's gone, but you can join him." Then the glass swallowed him. Now he's here too. Time doesn't exist here. I can't tell if it's been days or years. The mirrors hum softly, like they're alive. Some nights, when the corridor turns completely dark, I hear a woman's voice singing, faint, distorted, beautiful. I follow the sound. It leads me to a small, cracked mirror at the very end of the corridor. Inside, I see a girl, pale, terrified, staring back. She whispers, "Please help me. He took my body too." Before I can answer, her reflection, the thing wearing her face, looks at me and grins. "We're building a world here," it says. One reflection at a time. Then the mirror goes black. I don't know how long I can stay sane. Sometimes I forget which side I belong to. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I see the real world through my reflection's eyes, like he's letting me watch. He stands in front of the mirror, stares straight into it and whispers, "Soon, you'll forget your name, then you'll belong to us." I bang on the glass until my hands bleed, but it doesn't matter. No one hears me, not anymore. If you ever look in your mirror late at night and see your reflection move a second too late, don't blink, don't turn away, and never, ever answer if it whispers your name, because if you do, you'll wake up here with me in the mirror room.